Bonedigion a bonedigesau. Roi croeso cynnes iawn. Please give a very warm welcome I ar arweinydd y Blaid Coedwell yng Nghymru to the leader of the Welsh Conservative Party, Darren Millar, MS.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please, take your seats. Wel, prynawn da pawb, mae'n bleser iawn I fod yma I chi heddiw. What an amazing couple of days we've been enjoying in Llangollen. It's fantastic to be here with so many friends, so many supporters from every corner of Wales. And I want to let you into a little secret, if I may. Is that all right? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Because the night before my last speech, I had a decent curry to put some fire into my belly. And today, just before arriving on stage, I had a full Welsh breakfast with a double portion of black pudding. Andrew R.T. Davies would be very, very proud because, you know, an army marches on its stomach, and my stomach is ready for marching. I want to thank Chris Kirkham and Amanda Davies, our fantastic CCHQ Wales team, for helping to bring this conference together. And I want to thank all of you also for taking the time and making the effort to be here with us, because your support, your ideas and your commitment to our party are absolutely invaluable. Because the Conservative Party really is nothing without its members. But with you, we're a force to be reckoned with, and one that can inspire the hope and optimism that Wales needs. And conference, I also want to pay tribute to our fantastic leader of the Conservative and Unionist Party, Kemi Badenoch, who we heard from yesterday. She is doing a fantastic job. She is doing a fantastic job, along with our Shadow Wales team, Mims Davis and Olivia Bloomfield, holding the UK Labour government to account for the dreadful decisions that it is making, which are ruining Wales and ruining our precious United Kingdom. Just this month, Kemi Badenoch has been leading the debate on immigration. Unlike Reform, who have said that illegal immigrants being deported is a political impossibility, we act. Millions of people in Wales are rightly concerned about immigration, and it's clear that action is needed to get numbers down. While protecting our borders may not be devolved, spending on immigration impacts the funds which are available to spend on our Welsh public services. You see, we simply don't have enough homes, enough hospital beds, or enough school places to cater for a population that grows each and every year by a population the size of Cardiff, Swansea and Wrexham combined. People in Wales, they want immigration down. They want foreign criminals gone. And they don't want their hard-earned taxes to be lining the pockets of greedy immigration lawyers who undermine our borders, take advantage of our justice system and trash our national security. But staggeringly, ladies and gentlemen, just this week, when I challenged the First Minister and asked her whether she agreed that immigration was too high, she refused to answer. So make no mistake, we are the only credible alternative to the tired, out-of-touch Welsh Labour government in Cardiff Bay. A government that has run out of road, run out of steam, and is rapidly running out of time. A government that has gone through 3 First Ministers since the start of last year. Mark Drakeford, remember him? He gave us 20-mile-an-hour default speed limits. Vaughan Gething, he's the one who resigned after accepting a £200,000 donation from a business run by a convicted criminal. And then there's Eluned Morgan, our current First Minister, who, in spite of being a woman, can't define what a woman actually is. She promised that a Labour government at both ends of the M4 would deliver harmony for Wales. And then, just 2 weeks ago, she saw the writing on the wall, she saw those opinion polls, and she decided it was time to throw her former colleagues under the campaign bus. And what about Plaid Cymru? Well, they won't deliver change. They claim to be serving fresh ideas up, but they're about as fresh as the stench from a Welsh water sewage spill. Because Plaid and Labour, my dear friends, have been joined at the hip for years. Plaid MSs have propped up the Welsh Labour government year after year, enabling their budgets to pass, backing their policies and backing their legislation. Labour's failures are Plaid's failures too. And let me tell you this, if Plaid get their hands on the steering wheel, things would get a whole lot worse. Just recently, Plaid Cymru MSs attended an event that featured the hip-hop band Kneecap, members of which have called for MPs to be murdered. They've even expressed support for Hamas and Hezbollah, proscribed terrorist organisations. It is shameful. And just this week, a Plaid member of the Senedd hosted Putin supporting Cuba's ambassador in the Senedd in Cardiff Bay. It is atrocious. And just look at what they're doing just down the road in Gwynedd, where extremist Plaid councillors are introducing policies that will ban English medium schools. Now look, I'm a proud supporter of the Welsh language, but banning English medium schools is likely to push people further away from the language rather than draw them to it. Wales has two official languages, Welsh and English, and parents and learners should have the right to choose the primary language of their education, no matter where they live in our blessed country. And that's why, under a Welsh Conservative government, we will make it clear that language bans will not be permitted. And we would also prevent any progress towards Plaid's aim of tearing Wales apart from the rest of our precious United Kingdom. And what of the Liberal Democrats, or should I say Liberal Democrat? Well, the only Liberal Democrat in the Cardiff Bay village seems to be more concerned about the welfare of dogs than the well-being of the Welsh people. That's what the Liberal Democrats are for. I now want to address the idea that the answer to Labour is to vote reform. I get the frustration, I really do. I share many of your concerns about unsustainable levels of immigration, the impact of net zero on energy bills and jobs, and the woke agenda. But wagging a finger and shouting about these things from the sidelines is easy. Reform has utterly failed to offer any real, serious, costed or deliverable solutions for the problems that they spout on about. And nor have they been honest with the public. They've not been honest about the limitations of the Senedd powers to be able to address some of these issues. And unlike reform, we Welsh Conservatives won't be campaigning for more powers for the Senedd. And unlike reform, we would also reverse the absurd expansion of the Senedd that will see dozens more politicians added to its ranks at a cost of tens of millions of pounds of taxpayers' money every single year. Yes, that's right. Only the Conservative and Unionist Party will reverse the increase in Senedd members and ensure that no more powers are devolved. So to anyone who's tempted by reform, remember this. There is clear blue water between the Welsh Conservatives and reform. They are a one-man personality cult, but we Welsh Conservatives are a united team. They are a limited company. We are a professional political party. Where they offer slogans, we offer serious solutions. That's why only the Welsh Conservatives can fix Wales. And fix it we will. We will fix our NHS. On day one of a Welsh Conservative government, we will declare not a climate emergency, not a nature emergency, not a biodiversity emergency. We will declare a health emergency, because that is what is required in order to drive down waiting lists for tests and treatments sort out our emergency departments, and make sure that ambulances actually turn up on time in matters of life and death. And it's not just the NHS we're going to fix. We will fix the Welsh education system too. We will not tolerate Wales being at the bottom of the UK and global education league tables. We will drive up standards, we will restore discipline in our schools, and we will back our teachers so that they can deal with bad behaviour. We're going to introduce a ban on mobile phones in schools. We will introduce immediate expulsions for anyone carrying a knife or other weapon, and detentions and suspensions will be rife for those who do not respect the rules. We will also fix agriculture. We led the fight against Labour's proposed inheritance tax changes for our farmers. They were an attack on family farms here in Wales and across the United Kingdom. Now, I shared the case of a person in the Senedd, a farmer, who refused cancer treatment. He hoped that he would actually die before the new rules came in, just so that his children would not be burdened with the tax implications of his death. It is a disgrace, ladies and gentlemen, that people should be driven to such drastic action. Yet Plaid Cymru only called for a review of that policy. And they did so 5 months after the proposals were announced. Well, we don't need a review. We need the policy scrapped. Yeah. And that's precisely why a Welsh Conservative government will protect the farming budget, introduce a new Welsh farming and countryside scheme, and make sure that at its heart is our food security. And we're going to fix our infrastructure too. We're going to invest in our flood defences. We're going to fix and build new roads, not new cycle paths. And we're going to make sure that an M4 relief road is actually delivered. And we're going to also scrap Labour's dreadful default 20-mile-an-hour speed limits. Because nearly 500,000 people signed a record-breaking petition to scrap them, and yet Labour, Plaid and the Lib Dems ignored them. Well, I can tell you, we won't. We won't. And I want to say to everybody who signed that petition, vote Welsh Conservative next year and we will get the thing done. We will also fix our public finances here in Wales. Welsh families are fed up of paying more in tax but getting less in return. So we're going to cap council tax hikes. We're going to give local people a greater say so that increases of more than 5% have to be agreed by local people in a referendum. We're going to abolish business rates for small businesses, scrap Labour's toxic tourism tax, and deliver sound finances and value for money to the taxpayer. And here's my pledge. On day one, we will cut ministerial pay by 10% and freeze it for the whole duration of the next Welsh Parliament's term. And we will freeze public sector fat cats' pay and get more Welsh Government staff off their sofas and back into the office where they should be. And we will also go through every single line of Welsh Government spending, analysing where every single penny goes, because we are also going to make sure that we get rid of waste so that we can deliver a great benefit for 1.7 million Welsh people, a 1p income tax cut, putting £450 per year back into the pockets of the average hard-working family home. Now, the Labour Party, of course, says that this will mean that there's going to be less money for other things. You know what? They're absolutely right. There will be less money. There'll be less money for tree planting schemes in Africa while our farmers at home are struggling to make ends meet. There'll be less money for ministerial junkets to climate change conferences while they preach net zero at home. There'll be no more tens of millions per year in handouts to prop up the loss-making nationalised Cardiff airport. There'll be no more Welsh embassies in exotic cities around the world, and no more money either for Labour's friends in the unions. And no more money for expanding the Senedd, because we need more doctors, dentists, nurses and teachers. We do not need more politicians. And friends, we're going to fix our society too, because a Welsh Conservative government will recognise only two genders, male and female. We will not let the dignity, privacy and safety of women and girls be undermined by individuals claiming identities that they were not born with, which is why we will protect only women's-only spaces, and we will protect women-only sports as well. We'll continue to speak out on other issues which also affect our society too, no matter how much people might whinge and how angry it makes people on the Labour and Plaid benches in the Senedd appear to be when they hear it. You know, I raised an issue in the Senedd a few months ago, that of grooming gangs. They tried to shut me down, but I can tell you this, I will not hold back. Because raising such concerns is not dog whistle politics, as a UK Labour minister recently suggested. We've got a duty as elected representatives to protect the vulnerable. So I can commit to you today that under a Welsh Conservative government, there will be a Wales-wide inquiry into sexual exploitation by grooming gangs in Wales. And we will also level the playing field in support for hard-working mums and dads with their childcare costs. It is a scandal that parents here in Wales are paying thousands more than elsewhere in the United Kingdom due to a lack of support from this Welsh Labour government. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to support our pensioners. Labour's decision to break a pre-election promise and snatch the winter fuel allowance from the pockets of tens of thousands of Welsh pensioners was a cruel betrayal of our senior citizens. And that's why a Welsh Conservative government will use the powers in the devolution settlement to address fuel poverty and establish a Welsh winter fuel allowance. We're going to put money back into the pockets of our vulnerable pensioners, helping them with their energy bills. Because we need a Welsh government that delivers for people, not politicians. And that's why we must pull together, put our shoulder to the wheel, because only the Welsh Conservatives can fix Wales. And that's why today doesn't mark the end of a conference, it marks the beginning of a campaign to win back the trust of the people of Wales, a campaign to take the fight to our political opponents in every single corner of our country, a campaign to fix our schools, fix our hospitals, fix our infrastructure and fix our society. But to fix Wales, we need to clear out this dreadful Labour government. And to change the government, every single person in this room must play their part. So I want us to return to our communities with a spring in our steps and with some hope in our hearts. We're going to knock on doors. We're going to deliver those leaflets. We're going to speak to voters and we're going to share our vision. And we're going to remind people that if they want change, if they want lower taxes, if they want efficient public services and more money in their pockets, and if they want an end to 20-mile-an-hour default speed limits and the end of Senedd expansion, there's only one single party that can deliver all of these things for them, the Welsh Conservative Party. Let's fix Wales. Diolch yn fawr iawn.